Up next, we have Dunsini Nanasei. He's a healer. He's been healing for over a decade. He's here to give a lecture on healing and purpose. So, ladies and gentlemen, round of applause as we welcome Dunsini Nanasei.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dunsini Nanasei. Dunsini means a healer in Chi, where I come from. What we practice is the Asian form of healing, African traditional healing, where all the Ayurvedic medicine, the traditional Chinese medicine, all of them came to study here. So it's still here in practice, but it's not in the mainstream like that. I may have discovered something in my healing journey, and then Kofi asked me to come and share with you. I realized there is a war going on today in this modern system, and it's for your mind, body, and spirit. On this healing journey, what I've discovered is those who really heal and connect the mind, body, and spirit live a more purposeful and fulfilled life. So I decided to come and share some of the messages with you. One story is a man who was really determined to heal. For the sake of this conversation, I can't mention direct names. But he was a doctor, very successful, gone on retirement. He had prostate cancer stage 2. He had been around 7 countries looking for cure. And someone recommended me to him. So they came to pick me up. I went there to some posh, luxurious home. That was about 10 years ago, with so many cars and everything. But this man was sick, and only a nurse was living with him. I asked him where the wife was, and he said she had traveled. The children were not in the house. It was just him, his caretaker, and then a watchman in the house. He had a catheter hanging in his penis for over 2 years. And if anyone here knows what catheter means, when you can't piss or urinate, they put it into you straight through your penis, and it is painful, and it has to be changed every 2 to 3 weeks, or you'll be riddled with infections. He had gone through this for almost 2 years. And I asked him, Doc, why haven't you done any of these treatments that is available to you, the chemotherapy, radiation, and surgery? He looked at me and said, Nana, you know, if I do this, I would have been dead by now. And I asked him, you are really determined to heal. You've been going through places to find a healing. Why do you want to heal? And he told me his story. And it's the story of a lot of people who failed to listen to themselves and live a life that is determined to them by others. He said he came from a village, and they were very broke. And the whole village came, because he was a brilliant student, the whole village came together to take care of him in school, and then he came to the city computer university, he got a good job, he started traveling around the world. He said before he got married, he was taking trotro to work and everything. And he got married, and then he got a car. He and the wife were eating together every morning. Before they go to work, he would drop her, and then they gave kids, and then he would be taking them to school, drop the wife. And it was a beautiful union. But they didn't have a lot of money. And he started traveling around the world. So he left the family. So he said the children grew up not having spent more quality time with him. And when he was leaving the village, he said he was going to come back and help as many people as he could. But he couldn't go back because work and distraction distracted him all of his life. So he said he wanted to heal so he can go back and then honor that promise he made when he was leaving. And we started treatment. He was really determined to heal. He listened to everything we told him. Within 3 weeks, it was time for the catheter to be changed. So I told him, when you go there, when they take it out, wait, let them observe you at the hospital and see if the urine will come naturally before they replace it. If it doesn't, then you let them replace it. And they took it out, they observed him overnight, and since then, he's been urinating without the catheter up till now, and he's cancer-free. But what I got out of his life was he had a reason and a purpose to live for. He wanted to heal so bad because there was something in front of him. We've met people who were not close to his condition. And then they'll tell you, Nana, I want to go. I'm tired. Most of the people around them want them to get well. But once you become a healer and you start asking questions to terminal cancer patients and terminal patients, if you want to live, you'll be shocked by the answers people give you. A lot of people feel they are just served their purpose and they are done. So they are ready to go. Others know there are things that has to be accomplished. Doc's example is one thing that inspired me, because when he healed, he returned back to his village. And then he started setting up an organic farm. He started taking care of a lot of people, sponsoring them through college and everything. And he's been doing this for 10 years now, since he healed. And when he comes to the city, the whole children, the grandchildren, all of them come to him. And it's like a festival when you come and then you go to visit them. It's so beautiful. You can see he's surrounded by love. He's living the purposeful life and a much more fulfilled life that he wanted to live. One thing that we do with our healing is holistic. It is body, mind, and spirit. You can't just heal the body and leave the mind when it is terminal patients or terminal cases. Terminal cases are the ones that are dying. They've been declared there's nothing the modern medical system can do for them. When I started healing, I was more focused on the body healing. It was like trying to help people heal, just addressing the symptoms and letting them live. And we deal strictly with referrals. What we do is, as a Dunsini, it's like a doctor, a civilian doctor, and Okonfo is a military doctor. So when we have problems, we consult Okonfo, who always has a tool that they use to diagnose, like you go to the lab, and then they do diagnosis to find out the pinpoint, the root cause. So we help you heal yourself. We actually don't heal nobody. It is you. We help you heal by aligning to your higher purpose and then connecting your body, mind, and spirit. When I say body, mind, and spirit, I want to focus on the body first. The body healing is like most people are disconnected from nature, and we are filled with toxins because we eat and eat and eat and eat and eat and don't give our body time to breathe. We don't fast, we don't detox, which we should be doing periodically. Every person should be doing periodic cleansing, colon cleanse, mucous cleanse, parasite cleanse. You get rid of all the accumulated toxins out of you. We are surrounded by so many toxins, food-like substances, that things that look like food, but it's not food. And it fills your gut, but it doesn't nourish your cells on a cellular level. There are some people, when we start the treatment, the body treatment, we clean the house, that's their temple, and then overdose them in organic nutrition. And instantly, they start responding to treatment. The symptoms reduces. But when the symptoms goes out of the body, or the pain stops, you have not healed. We were successful with a lot of body healing till I met one client, Mrs. Sapon. She was terminal cancer patient, stage 4. It had metastasized to the lungs and everything. And then we started treating. I have a team that we work together. We started treating her, and all her pain started reducing. But you can tell, Mrs. Sapon, there was something really wrong. She wasn't in pain, but anytime you see her, she's crying, she was sad. You can tell the mind was somewhere. And I couldn't connect. But then I didn't know how to heal the mind. I was just focusing on the body and the body and the body. So when she left the last time she came for review, and she left in tears, you can tell she was really afraid of death, which is inevitable. Every one of us is going to go anyway. None of us is getting out of here alive. But her reaction to it was actually lowering her vibration so much that she actually stopped responding to treatment. I was there when she came for her last visit about 2 days later, and one of my uncles, who I haven't heard from in a long time, called me. And he said, actually, he's the one supposed to be doing what I do. It is a family line thing that we do. And he was next in line, and he didn't want to do any of those things. So healing is one of the most pressing jobs in the world, because most of your clients are terminal cancer patients. Your best friends are dying, and you are their last resort. A lot of people don't like it. I know a lot of people who have quit healing because of this. And when Uncle Kofi called me and he said, "Hey, Osei, I heard you are healing so many people." I'm happy. But do you know about mental healing? And I said, no, you have to tell me more about it. He said, okay. Have you heard of psilocybin mushrooms before as psychedelics? And I said, no. He said, I'm coming to Ghana. When I come, I'll take you through. He came, and then he initiated me. He did some rituals and gave me some about 10 grams of shroom. That was my first trip. And I took it. And it's an experience that everyone has to experience themselves to know. What I saw was it broke fear, which I saw in a lot of the terminal cancer patients' faces. They know death was imminent. They were afraid, but they didn't know how to approach it. It made me become aware that death is here. Whoever is alive is going to die. But our ancestors didn't see death as we see it now, like a straight line and then you drop off and die. It's a circle. You are energy beings. Energy never dies. It only recycles. So our ancestors were sealing life in a circle that when you are born into a family and you become a good elder and you die, or you become a great ancestor, you'll be recalled back by being named after someone. So they live a wealthy life, so their names are called every time they go into the storeroom and libation is poured and a new child is born. Because you live a wealthy life for the family, and they know if they leave generational wealth for the next generation, they will come and inherit it because they are coming back. It's for them. These days, we think death is just linear, so we come and spend also our time accumulating richness, which we call wealth, which isn't actually wealth. It's just printed paper that we accumulate and buy things, so many things. And it doesn't give us the fulfillment. I've seen so many people who are dying with all these things, and you can tell they wish they could give it all away just to have their life back. So, with the mental healing, when my uncle introduced me to it, I started implementing with my terminal cancer patients. The first person I gave some to was Mrs. Sapon. And she changed. Though she died, but she didn't die fearing death. You could tell she was so at peace with it. We have given some to people who, when they take it, their fear of death stops and they really think about their life again because it separates you. It lets you play your life back again to know the mistakes you made and if you can correct them. If not, then you accept your fate and then go. Mental healing and physical healing, that the healing the body, was really working for me. I was healing a lot of people with these things, focusing on the mind and then the body, cleansing them and then letting them be aware of the things that are making us sick. Most sickness is disconnected from nature. So the more we've divorced from nature, the sicker and weaker we become. And we do healing by reconnecting them to nature. When we connect them to nature and overdose them organic nutrition and cleanse them, we thought it was enough. But after some time, I saw there was something also missing from my healing, which I had to dig further. And one typical example was a young gentleman who was a barber. He was referred to me by a policeman friend of mine, and he came. He had stomach ulcer, and he has been with him for a long time. And I asked him all the places he has taken it to. He had gone through a lot of healers that I knew some personally who were very good. So I told him, if it was just stomach ulcer, you wouldn't have come to me, because this is something beyond stomach ulcer. Why don't you go home? Because as Africans, everyone is from a home, and every home has a stool, especially as Akans. And the stool is for the family. It's like an altar that reconnects the whole family. So there were festivals and festivities and rituals that is done for the stool, and all the family members come together. So you know, so it's periodic. Every 6 weeks, we have Akweside in Akan. And you go, and then you meet all your cousins and everyone. We had something that connected us on a deeper level. That is why we have the golden stool, which connected the whole Asante kingdom. Every house has a stool that pledges allegiance in Asante region to the golden stool. So you go home periodically for prayers. The tradition is sometimes we come and then we cook meal. Those who are sick, we network. Who are sick, after serving their ancestors, the food, we say prayers on it, and everyone is shared. If you're looking for babies, sometimes you speak on it and you eat some. You don't have to go to someone's shrine for healing. It's in your home. Every home everyone is connected to their roots. So I told him, why don't you go to your roots and then let them pray for you? And it's, my Busampeni self has been calling me and I'm not minding him. I said, go. And when you go there, tell your Busampeni that you went to see someone to heal you, but he says you should come home first, have prayers said for you, connect you to your ancestry and your roots before you come back again. They did that for him, and then when he went there, the reason why they were calling him was he was in line to take care of one of the family stools. His elderly uncle was dying, and he was the one who was doing that. They were from a royal home. And it's time. He was young, so he thought, this doesn't apply to me. And not listening to that was causing him a lot of trouble. No matter how insignificant you think your calling or your purpose is, once you step into your power, miracles happen. So many people get healing, changes, and it's instant. He went there, they did the rituals for him, he decided to accept and then serve his family as his purpose. And he had his day job, which everyone uses, which is not your purpose. It's how you survive. Your purpose is after your job, what you do for humanity, your family and yourself and your community. And it has to bring you inner satisfaction and happiness. It doesn't feel like you are being paid for it. That's why you are doing it. So I scheduled an appointment with him for him to come back again. That night, I had a dream, and someone was handing me specific herbs. We have a lot of products, over 130 products, and most of them, we get them through herbs and specialized cases that comes to us. So I had a dream, someone was handing some herbs to me and said, take this to heal my son. He was the first person who came there that day when I went to the office. And I asked him, hey, Bema, I think I have something for you, come. And those herbs were just around my place. So I gave it to him, and within a week, the pain was gone. And the pain had been there for a long time. So just this young person accepting to step into his power and serve his family, no matter how insignificant it was, we found the cure for stomach ulcer. And it has blessed hundreds of people. Another example of spiritual healing. Actually, spiritual healing is just you being in line with your higher self. It is knowing yourself on a deeper level. We believe as again, each one is to achieve a highest ascension state. The Nanahood, the Buddhahood, the Christ mode, those things. You are born to ascend, not to remain stagnant. A lot of us have a lot of gifts that we haven't opened. And opening them is going to serve and save so many people. But we are afraid of a lot of things. And that is where mental healing comes in. So when the body is healed, it is cleansed. When the mind is cleansed and you have no fear inside you and step into your purpose, mostly when spiritual healing takes place, the person automatically aligns to their purpose because it is daring you to do something better. You believe you are born with a spirit, and you have to learn how to honor that spirit. Initially, when you were born, before the onset of religion, divination is done for you. We know the spirit you came into this world with, and then how to honor it and live with it. I didn't know this. I had this gut pain. Though I was healing so many people, it was troubling me. I took it to so many wonderful healers, and it always came back. It's like it's going and then it comes back again. And in our language, we say, that means the healer doesn't heal themselves. You always have to find another healer because it's you, there must be something you are missing. When someone's looking at it from a different perspective, they will see that you don't pay attention to. So one of my friends who is a priest in Benin came to visit me, and he said, Nana, anytime I see you in the morning, you are in pain and you are very angry. My sickness was making me very toxic to all the people around me because I see them all laughing. I'm in pain. So he said, have you done Ifa reading before? I said, no. But I thought I'm eating healthy. My mind is right. Everything is okay. It's just a gut in the pain, the gut pain in the gut. And he said, no. Do Ifa reading. Let's see. Let's call your spirit and then see what you are doing wrong. So we arranged for an Ifa priest. He came. He did the divination. And he said, Nana, do you know you are an earth spirit? They call it Sapata. And you're not supposed to be eating beans and palm oil and all of those things. And I have a farm. I grow most of the food that I eat myself. Beans is my favorite because I'm vegan. That's where I get my protein. And I eat it every day. And what I love most was what was killing me. It's not like it is poison. It is healthy. But my spirit can't take it. It is a taboo for my spirit. He didn't give me any specialized medicine. Once he showed me how to honor and work with my spirit, and I started practicing it and abstaining from the taboos that he told me, everything disappeared. So healing is much, much, much deeper than just addressing the symptoms. You are brought to us as a last resort to help align your body, mind, and spirit to go and serve your higher purpose. If I just take care of your conditions, your symptoms for you, and you think that is okay, that is not healing. It is something you do for the rest of your life. It never ends. You honor your spirit, you honor your body and your mind every day. So you don't feed it with lower vibrational foods, especially your body. Your mind, you don't consume so much toxic on the media, on TV, on radio. You are to take your health into your own hands. The Creator didn't make a mistake with your immune system for humans to correct with drugs, chemicals, and toxins. Your immune system is programmed to heal itself. So anytime something is wrong, we have to dig deeper. Find your healer who can empower you. And once you heal, you also become a healer wherever you are. That is how the revolution is. That is, you don't heal and then become dependent on the healer. You heal to be independent and heal others. And once you start healing others, you start having and living a contentful life. It's not literal healing people or giving them herbs and everything. But sometimes what you tell someone who is in pain, sometimes what you tell someone who is eating junk that you see, what you ate and then got you to where you are. Now you don't want to eat it anymore. Just that alone is serving your purpose, healing others. And it's for a higher purpose. It's not just for you. When a child is born, they learn to sit. They learn to crawl. They learn to stand. And they learn to run. In all these stages, the only constant is change. When it is time for change and you don't listen, you'll be an adult who is 70 years and sitting because you thought it was too comfortable to sit. When it was time to stand up, you didn't want to stand because there's no growth from comfort zone. When a child is learning to stand, they fall. So if a child falls twice or thrice and say, no, I'm tired, I'm not falling again, there will be an adult who will be carried everywhere. Most of us have grown to a certain stage in a cocoon stage, and a cocoon has to die before it becomes a butterfly and fly and displays beautiful wings. And when it's time for that and you are not listening to it, it will manifest as pain or sickness. You learn how to grow by being more purposeful, knowing everything you can about yourself and your body. Because if there's a subject that you should know in this world, it shouldn't be science, it shouldn't be agric, it shouldn't be political science, it should be you. You are the first subject that you should know. When a child was born and they start walking and they get to puberty, they are separated in the old days. We have elderly men who will take the young men into the forest and train them and pass them through rituals, passage of rice. Teach them how to hunt, how to build, how to live in a community, how to take care of children and everything. The women also are separated. The queen mothers and the elderly women take them to places and transition them. They all live there knowing who they are, what they are, how to take care of themselves. These days, school does that for us. And it doesn't serve any of us. They don't teach you how to honor your spirit, how to eat well, how to train your mind to see filth. Sometimes part of your healing is just knowing that everything that you've been taught in this world is wrong. And accepting this is akin to dying. And a lot of people are holding on to this. That's all they know. They don't want to let go so they can have their life back or their health back. You die with it and with the pain. If you want it to stop, then you start responding to life with a different perspective and a new way of life. And that is aligning the body, mind, and spirit and living a much more purposeful life. Without your health, you can't accomplish anything. You can never even enjoy the richness that you want. I will never call richness wealth, because your health is your real wealth. And when you are living a more fulfilled and purposeful life, you might not even make the half of the money you used to make. It comes to a lot of sacrifices. But what you feel inside you at the end of every day, when you hit the bed, you will know you've contributed what you could to the universe and everyone around you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.